Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to make your own jewelry, specifically necklaces. I made 4 necklaces last night and I'm going to show you what I used for tools and materials and tell you where you can buy them and how much the prices are and that sort of thing. So this is one of the necklaces that I made. So if you want to know more about that, then stay tuned. Alright, this is going to be very basic beginner's level stuff. You can definitely get more complicated than this, but I didn't want it to be complicated and I also didn't want to spend a lot of money. The things that I'm going to show you are very inexpensive. I purchased everything at JoAnn's Fabrics, which is a chain of craft stores, fabric and craft stores that is across the United States, and usually most towns have one. But I also incorporated some things in here that I already had on hand. I didn't want to have to buy everything. I really didn't need to, because the first thing I'm going to show you that you're going to need, which most people have in their little toolbox at home, is a couple of different kinds of pliers. I used a pair of, I call them needle nose pliers, and a pair of just regular pliers. If you have a pair of pliers that's smaller than this, that would be even better than a medium size. This is what I had, so this is what I used, but it would have been a heck of a lot easier if I'd had a smaller pair that had a base on it that was smaller. So the other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need some jump rings. What the jump rings are is it's the little circle that goes in between the necklace and the pendant or charm that you're going to use for the necklace or to make the necklace. This is a package of gold jump rings. It was only $1 and change, and I bought gold, and I really wasn't sure at that point what I was going to need. One of the charms that I bought had some colors in it that looked good with gold, and part of the charm itself was gold, so I thought this is what I was going to need. And then I ended up going back and buying another charm that was silver. So my point is, considering how cheap these are, it might be a good idea to just buy a package of gold and a package of silver. That way you won't get stuck like I did with not having what you need. So I didn't even end up opening this, but they're just little metal rings that go in between the charm and the necklace. So you're going to need some charms, and this is a good way to really personalize your jewelry and buy something that is either fun, if that's what you want, or maybe something that has some meaning to you. Or my favorite kinds of jewelry are the ones that have a charm or a pendant that has historical significance, something that has some meaning to it. But that's just me. Maybe you just want your jewelry to be fun. There's a million different ways that you can go with this. You can put beads on your necklaces instead of a charm or a pendant. I personally like pendants. So one thing that I did was I bought 2 different kinds of necklace strings. I didn't want metal because metal, sometimes my skin gets a reaction to metal, so I wanted something that I wasn't going to have a problem with that. So I bought leather and I bought suede, and I bought black because it's neutral and it goes with everything. So the first thing that I bought was this. It's a black leather circle, and the clasp, you just pull it apart and snap it back together. This did not end up working out. The first necklace that I made, I went to take it off and it broke off. The leather broke off from the clasp. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you this so that you didn't buy this. This is by Darice, and it says Mix and Mingle Leather Choker Necklace. There are 2 necklaces that you get in the package, and it was a really good deal. It was $7 and change for 2, but it's not a good deal if it breaks the first time you use it, so don't buy that. The one that did work out, I'm so glad I bought 2 different kinds so I could know what worked and what didn't, is this. This is also by Darice. It's Bead Ready Necklace Cord Altered Art Jewelry. That's what the package looks like. And you get 3 necklaces in the package. They're 18 inches long, and it says necklace suede black. Signed, sealed, and remembered. That was, got my receipts right here. That was $4.49 for 3 necklaces. So it's a better deal, and they seem to be better made. These, however, have a lobster claw clasp already on it. Sometimes when you make jewelry yourself, you can buy these pieces all separately and attach them. I didn't really want it to be that involved work-wise, but you can certainly do that. So I just bought some necklaces that were already made in that part. And lobster claws usually hold up pretty well. They are usually very sturdy and they last a long time. And then I bought some charms, plus I used some charms that I already had. And this is the one that you saw at the beginning of the video. That's one of the ones that I bought. And this has got historical significance. This is a symbol that has been around for over 1,000 years, and it has a lot of meaning in a lot of different cultures across the world. That particular charm cost $4.49 for that one, but it's pretty big. It's a large one. And then here's a smaller version of the same thing with a different color scheme. The last one was silver with yellow, orange, blue, and green. And this is a gold background with blue and white stones. But it's the same symbol. I'm going to put an annotation right here somewhere so you can Google it and read all about it if you're interested in the historical significance behind it. The smaller one costs $2.99. So $3 versus $4.50 basically, plus tax. And then I had this charm that my mom had given me quite a while ago, just sitting in my jewelry box, and I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. And I thought, why not make a necklace with it? And it's a silver D. D for either doll or Deb, whichever you want to call me. And yeah, so now I actually have used it for something rather than just having it sitting around. So I'm not sure how much that charm was or where she bought it, but I do have the little backing thing that it came on, and it's by Bead Landing, and it says Charm Along. So I'm not sure where she picked that up or how much it was. And then I had a necklace already that I've had almost my whole life. I bought this when I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I didn't like the chain that it was on. It came down way too far, and it was too thick, and it was metal, and I just didn't really like it that much. So I put it on one of those leather necklaces that I showed you that fell apart, and this is also a historical symbol that has meaning behind it that has been around for thousands of years. So I will put an annotation here somewhere if you want to read more about this and what it means, but this is something that has been an important symbol to me for a very long time in my life. And so I made this necklace with that. So I would recommend that you get a package of jump rings, less than $2. Get a package of gold, get a package of silver. That way you're covered, and you can match it up to whichever color you need to make the necklace that you want. They're cheap enough that you can do that. So all you're going to do to make the necklace is you're going to take one of these jump rings and you're going to grab a hold of it tightly on the side with your pliers, and then you're going to have the part that opens, and it will be obvious when you look at it where that is. You'll see just a little opening. You'll be able to see where it is when you look at it. So the opposite, the part that opens you want away from your pliers. And then you're going to grab the other side with your other pliers, the smaller pliers, and then you're just going to give it a little bit of a twist to open it up. You'll understand what I'm talking about once you're actually doing it. It's the simplest thing in the world. Only open it as much as you need to hook on the necklace and the charm onto that jump ring. Once you have those two things on there, you're going to close it up, just twist it in the opposite direction of what you did to open it in the first place, and just twist it until it's completely closed, and boom, you've got a necklace. And you probably are going to have a necklace that you enjoy and like a lot more than anything that you could actually buy in a store pre-made. Now, as far as these charms go, the selection is fantastic. They have things with historical meaning, like I like, but they also have fun, trendy things. You can make a special occasion necklace for a holiday, and then when the holiday is over, you could use the same necklace, take the charm off, and put something else on the necklace. That's why it's good to have a whole package of these jump rings, because if you keep opening and close it, it's gonna break. So you will probably have to replace these once in a while if you open and close them on a regular basis, because if you wanted to, you could buy an expensive 24 karat gold chain and then just put a jump ring on it with the pendant or charm that you want it to be. So yeah, it can be as complicated or simple as you want it to be, but I really enjoyed making these necklaces last night, and I'm going to be wearing them in future videos, I'm sure. And that's it. Any questions? Let me know. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.